Jael, your Brits gonna drink?
At Fresh Market Health, Beauty, and Cosmetics, we carry a variety of product lines that you know and love. Hurry upstairs of the store located on the bayfront and shop hair supplies, personal care, and household products.
You want edge control too? Shampoo? Bonnet? Okay.
Visit Fresh Market HBC today. What's up? What's up? Hello, 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 everyone. How you guys doing this evening? It is a beautiful evening here, and I am so excited to be coming to you live again. Whew, man's has been under the weather. trying to stay alive in this times. So many things happening. Oh my god. Just learned that if you have a Dominican passport now, you need a visa to go UK. Oh my god, to go to England. We need a visa to go to England. Like, seriously, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, the amount of times I've boasted my Dominican passport, like I seriously put my Canadian passport in my like the bottom of my bag when I leave Canada. I literally only use it for certain places. I've used Dominican passport everywhere. And it's rather unfortunate, but that's another story. And I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Lots of stuff going on, guys. We have a poll going on. You got a poll going on. Let's see how the poll's doing. I want to say special good evening to all of you on the live. I had got 4 platforms, I believe, on. I got people on LinkedIn. I want to say good day to the folks on LinkedIn. I've tried to expand so you might see me moving my eye. I'm trying to expand my view so I can make sure I see when people send stars and all of that good stuff, because I don't always see it, and I want to apologize. So thank you guys, those of you who've been sending stars. I love you. I'll give you a special shout out. I hope I see it. I think my sister is on that, so she will let me know if I miss anybody. But thank you very much, those of you who've been sending stars. I also want to, we got a poll going on, but let me just big up the folks who are locked in. I might seem a little all over the place because I've been a little low for the last couple of days. So just trying to get my energy back up there, and I'm hoping that Ebony Empress can put me back up where I need to be, right? Woo! Up where I need to be. So I just want to shout out the folks on LinkedIn, the folks on Twitter, the folks on YouTube, and the folks on Facebook. Welcome, brothers. Welcome. Yes, Nadisha is in the house on YouTube, locked in. Big up yourself, Nadisha. Posse Massive representing. Yes, representing. So glad to have you guys on. Let's see how the poll's doing. Woo! Folks are voting. 85% of you say, I asked, can you guess where Ebony Empress is from? And 85% of you say that she is from Portsmouth, and 14% of you say that she's from Roseau. That's how much all you don't know about people. Look at that. Come on, people. I'm about to shut down the poll. Just a little something to get you guys in the group. Hope you guys having an awesome Wednesday. I know it's like the middle of the week. And let me give all you a secret. Like the middle of the week, all I don't want to do is drink rum. I ain't gonna lie. It's in the middle of the week reach. I'm like, where's the tequila? Where is the ginger wine? Where is the that is my situation. And I see Ebony Empress drinking. I don't know what she's drinking, but she's drinking something. I'm telling you, like, when you see Wednesday gets here, you just want to have a drink. You just want to have a drunk. How many of you having a drunk tonight? Yes, let me see your glasses. Drop those glasses in the chat if you're having a drunk tonight. Not a drink, a drunk. We're all having a drunk tonight, okay, guys? It's so good to be here with you. We have a busy week this week. Today we have Ebony Empress. Tomorrow we have Gordon Henderson. And Saturday we have MFR. What a week. What a wow. Right? What a wow. I'm going to shut down the poll. Let's shut down the poll. Let's see how you guys did. 88% of you said that she is from Portsmouth. Yes, thank you guys for participating in the poll. Thank you. I'm gonna pause the poll for now because we're gonna get ready to run into the show. I want to say thank you very much to the folks who are especially on Facebook sharing the live. Big up yourself. I see you. Those of you who are sharing the live, thank you very much. Keep sharing the live. Yes, Liara. Liara is having a drunk. She's having a wine glass, and she dropped her wine glass in the chat. Right? Liara is having a drunk. So we ready? We ready for the show? We ready for the show? We ready to go? You're actually viewing. If you, those of you who are viewing, those of you who are listening, you actually locked on to run the track and talk. And we have a wonderful. I've known her since she was a little girl. People gonna be like, "Hey, Jael, you old." I've known her since she was a little girl. Like real talk, right? Because and somebody asked me the other day, they're like, "Jael, do you know everybody that come on your show?" No, I don't. It's just certain people I interact with them at different times in my life, and yeah, I just happened to interact with this young lady as a child because she was one of my sister's childhood friends. Has gone on to be a mega star. I call her a mega star. She, the folks in Posse love her. The folks in Dominic, I hope you guys love her because clearly y'all don't know who she be. So we're about to find out who she is. With all you 14% that's saying she from Roseau. And Saint Martin knows her. Listen, Britain Got Talent knows her. So she a mega star. All right. So we're gonna get ready to have Ebony Empress in the house. I'm so pleased that she could join us here. We're gonna have a sweet chat. We're gonna talk about her music. We're gonna talk about her life growing up. We're just gonna have a good time. Are you ready to have a good time? You have your drunk. You have your drunk in your hand. Wine, no alcohol, please. Wine is a mocker and strong drink. Whatever. You want me to drunk? What your business is? Okay. I'm drunk in water. All right. We're getting ready for the show. We getting ready for the show. We getting ready for the show. Are we ready for the show? We ready for the show? We ready for the show. I'm so happy to bring you. I've known I know her as Evelyn, but you've come to know her, those of you who've come to know her as Ebony Empress. And she hails from I would say the city of Portsmouth, because a lot of stars come from Portsmouth. She hails from Sunshine Love said, "Yes, I'm ready." Right? She ready. She hails from the city of Portsmouth, and she's been doing her thing. I mean, we gotta appreciate, we gotta show some love. And I want to welcome for the very first time on my show, make some love, show some love to the Ebony Empress. All right, let me see you guys. Drop your stars for Ebony Empress. Drop your stars. Hi, Ebony.
Hi, 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 hi. What's
How are
up?
you? How are you?
Up? I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
I am doing good. Good to have you on the show with me.
I thank you for having me on your show.
Wow, we have lots to talk about. Like
I know.
a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
We say we're gonna be here for an hour, but you never know. You never know once we start talking. I just want to kind of introduce because some folks don't know who you are, and they're meeting you for the very first time, and some folks clearly know who you are, based on the poll. So I want to kind of get a little sense of who is Ebony Empress. I know you come. We've already let the cat out of the bag that you hail from Portsmouth,
Yes.
but you grew up in the community of Lago.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about growing up in Lago. And you were actually brought up by your grandma. So tell us a little bit about your life before music.
Well, I am from the beautiful village of Lago Portsmouth. I attended the Portsmouth Secondary School. I attended the Portsmouth Government School. And I grew up in a small little house with my great grandmother, with my sister, my cousins. And we are lovers of the beach because we live very close to the Purple Turtle Beach. So I had a very good childhood visiting the beach with my friends, doing things that keep us together, grounded, sorry. And I also enjoy doing sports. I played netball for the national team on the 14, on the 16 in Dominica. I was a very, very huge fan of netball growing up in Portsmouth and while I was going to the Portsmouth Secondary School. And I was also an athlete in school. I played a lot of sports to keep my body in shape. And I was also part of the choir, the Portsmouth Secondary School choir, where we traveled to different parishes in Dominica to represent our schools. So my childhood in Dominica was amazing one. It was an amazing childhood, you know, and I'm just grateful for being, from Portsmouth.
Posse Massive in the house. Let's see those stars. Those stars are dropping. They're dropping those stars. Ebony Empress, did you always want to be a singer? When did you discover that this is something that you want to do for a long time?
Well, at the tender age of 11, I started to discover my talent that I was very good at singing, dancing, and also modeling. But the first time I took part in a singing competition at the Portsmouth St. John School, I was the only child in the Portsmouth government school uniform. And that didn't hold me back. It didn't have me feeling shy. I still went up and I did my thing, and apparently I won the crown. So it even put my self-esteem a little more because when we grew up in Portsmouth, it's always government school is the lavabo, St. John school is the best, or St. John school is the lavabo, government school is the best. But that day I just had that drive in me that I was coming to just capture that crown, and I didn't let anything stop me, you know,
That
and
that's
it,
really
it
that's
literally boosted my confidence.
so you discovered at a very young age that you love to sing, that you love the stage. But anybody, like, I grew up loving the stage as well. What
Yes.
actually propelled you to want to go out and sing for the world to hear?
It's something my great grandmother, may her soul rest in peace. And like just spending time with my great grandmother, like every morning she would wake up and she'd put on calypso. And we would listen to calypso and we would dance together, we would sing together. Like, listen, my grandmother, she was crippled. She got bitten by a dog on the street in Portsmouth. So that did not discourage her from living life. She would wake up every morning, listen to her calypso, play her Nasio fountain, and just dance and she would just sing. So you see, my musical background has a lot of connection with my great grandmother who passed away. And doing music, it reminds me of her. The reason why we live in, we have a meaning to be alive, to be happy, to live life to the fullest, to chase your dreams and to accomplish everything that you put your mind that you want to be. And I always tell her before she die, Mama, I gonna make it one day now. I will make it one day. And she said to me before she died, you will make it one day. And she always tell me, no matter, on your music journey, no matter how long it takes, I just don't want you to give up. Always remember that I'm always here with you.
Wow.
And from that, I'm doing music, but the love I have for Calypso, it has a connection with my grandmother. And I love to listen to Calypso because it just reminds me of her. It inspires me of all the positive words that she told me when I was younger, you
Wow.
know? So
Wow.
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
that's beautiful. That's really beautiful to know, that you kind of carry your grandma with you everywhere you go, even if she's passed on. I mean, and that's a beautiful thing to know that she can remain very relevant, in your life, even to this day. You've decided to take on. Once you decided that you were gonna start singing, or a singing career, you decided to take on a name. So you didn't because some people use their name, or some people get a pseudonym, and you decided that you were going to be called Ebony Empress. Why did you choose Ebony Empress?
Well, the meaning of Ebony Empress, it means a strong black African queen. And my name has a lot to do with my days growing up as a child. Sometimes in school I used to be mocked for my color, that I was really extremely dark. People would literally make fun of me. And I was always in love with my color. I always just admire the dark melanin complexion that I have. So I literally did a tattoo with my name on my body when I was 14 years old. And I got a serious beating from my mom for doing that. But I did tell mommy, one day my artist name will be Ebony Empress. And one thing I always tell myself that, life is not easy. It's going to be hard because I was not born with a golden spoon. So I
Hmm.
have to be determined. I have to be always pushing for what I want. You understand? So
Hmm.
Ebony Empress is just to remind myself that, yes, I am black. I'm a queen, but I'm a strong black queen. You know,
Yeah,
no
strong
matter
black
what
queen.
happens in life, my name, it does have a meaning, you know?
Wow, that's really inspiring that your name. I mean, to hear that you've actually transformed bullying into like something beautiful, because you didn't let that bother you. You didn't let that hold you down. And where did you get all that confidence from to actually know that you had a right to love yourself? Because a lot of young girls, they actually take that in the bad way, and they actually end up, hurting themselves, self-harming, or even like not loving themselves. Always, I've known young girls to bleach. Why did you decide, or who around you inspired you, or even told you that, hey, like, don't let anybody tell you anything about your complexion, like you're dark but you're beautiful?
Well, growing up as a child, I always have, a very close relationship with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And she has also been like my backbone to speak to me, to talk to me when I feel a little down, or when I feel like the world is like picking on me or pressuring me. So growing up as a child, I always had the opportunity to like speak to my mom and tell her like, mommy, I feel a certain way and this and this and that. And she was always there to tell me, you just do what you have to do. You do what you love to do, and do not allow anybody to stop your progress or your success. And if it's one thing I learned in life, is to always associate yourself with people who will teach you to do better, to some people who would bring out a better version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So what I normally do is stay around people who will inspire me, people
Mm-hmm.
who will speak positive into my life. Because
Mm-hmm.
there are people in your life who comes and they speak negative to you just to break your confidence or to make you feel a little less of yourself. But
Mm-hmm.
if you have your head on, you will know that that person is not a good person to be around. So I give thanks that I always have like certain people in life to always motivate me to do better, and even to speak to me when I feel like sometimes I just want to give up in life.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's very good to have someone to always inspire you and speak positive things to you. You know.
It brings me to, you have one of your songs, and I want to play it. I want to play it.
Oh, kiss my attitude, Ebony Empress. Easy down to wine, or easy down to talk. It's hot, girl, you want.
Give us a little piece of it. Give us a little bit.
If
This walk, then it's best you
then
go
it's
take
better
a
to go
walk.
take a walk. Baby, pardon me if I blunt, but I just do not give up. Cause I'm a big grown woman with a whole heap of sass, whining on any man that can handle the jam. Baby, you think I easy? Well, you don't know me good. I just get on rude. And if you can handle me, you can kiss my attitude. If you think I rude. If you think I rude.
You have plenty attitude, eh? My sister is one of your fans, and I know she's one of your childhood friends. Tell me a little bit about, your high school. Because did you ever have like friend? Because you were very popular in school. People have to admit. A lot of people knew you in school. Would you say some of these people have converted into fans, or a lot of them have just remained really good friends? Tell me a little bit about your friendships.
Some of them are fans, I would say, because I have a lot of people who I went to school with, and they are following my page, they are following my Instagram, and they are always messaging me and texting me. Some say, Ebony, we knew that you was gonna be either a singer or an actor or something. And then there are others who just there supporting, always encouraging, and right now most of my childhood friends, they are different parts of the world. They are not just in Dominica.
Mm-hmm,
So it's
mm-hmm,
always when they speak to me, they always saying, I wish one day you come to our city in New Jersey or in Manhattan or in Switzerland so that we could see you perform. So most of my school friends are still connected to me. They still stay in touch with me, which is
mm-hmm.
something I really, really appreciate with them.
Wow, that I love to hear that. I love to hear that because I think that's a thing for most kids. I don't know about the Roseau folks. Roseau folks, I don't know about y'all, but for a lot of us who went to school in the north, we tend to stay very, regardless of what kind of experiences you had in school, you tend to stay very good friends with you, or at least still stay connected with your classmates. Or it could just be a Dominican thing where we just always stay very, very close with our classmates. Were there any people that inspired you, like Dominican artists or even artists outside of Dominica, to become the singer that you are today?
Well, when I started off with Buyo because I am a huge fan of Asa Banton. So I started off with Buyo, and as I went along, I'm also a huge fan of Nadia Batson. So I grew into the soca,
Mhm.
and I'm also a huge fan of Dice. I grew into the calypso. Those are people who I really look up to, when they perform and so forth. So these are just few of the, our Dominican artists and soca artists who I follow. I'm also a huge fan of Burna Boy. So I have a little bit of Afrobeats in me also. And then we have Spice, who does dancehall. I'm a versatile artist. I literally do everything. So different genre. I have someone who I really, admire and they inspire me, and I just gravitate to the way they carry themselves and so forth.
A lot of your songs though are more along the lines of soca. Do you
Yes.
get people saying that a lot of your songs they have that soca, like this one, let me see if I got it. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, baby, you're the best I
So
ever
I ever
had.
have.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah, baby, you're the best I ever had. Mm, yeah, baby, you're the best.
That one sounds like it have a little bouillon in it though.
It is Sabuyo, but
Yeah,
the way
baby,
he
you're
plays
the
like a
best.
soldier.
The loving that you give to me, that is quality. The romance.
Memories. That is quality. You got the keys here to my heart. You got to love, baby. Promise you never leave me. Pakite mwe to do shiwe. Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
baby, you're best I
The
ever
best
had. Mm, yeah, baby, you're the best I ever had. Mm, yeah, baby, you're the
baby, you're the best I ever had. Mm, yeah, baby, you're the best.
uh, Ebony Empress, I want to talk a little bit about you moving out of Dominica, because you left Dominica at some point in your life, and you moved to San Martin. Tell us a little bit about what inspired that move. Why did you move to San Martin, and where in the world are you now?
Well, as a child, my mother, I grew up with my great grandmother. So my mom left me at the tender age of, I would say, a year, and she migrated to St. Martin. So every year, at least 3, 4 times a year, she would send for me from Dominica and bring me to St. Martin. So she finally decided when I finished high school that she was going to bring me to St. Martin so that I could further my studies in St. Martin. And ever since, I have been here living in St. Martin, but I have been visiting Dominica at least twice a year, to see my
Yeah, you were
friends.
just you were just recently in Dominica.
Uh, I just came back 3 days ago, so I have to always go back to my roots and see everyone who I want to see.
What did you do when you were back in Dominica, when you got, what was some of the fun things that you did?
I do things that I don't really do here in St. Martin, like went to the waterfalls, went to the river, look for like my how you call it, my bouillon water, my fish water, my smoked meat. I just do things I do as a like things that I did as a child,
That
to
you
bring back
missed.
memory to me. And
you
I had a great time.
you miss those things, don't you?
Yes, yes.
N- Now, I want to talk a little bit about your career. So you've been singing, as you say, you have a love for quite a few different genres, but you've performed quite a few places. You've gone to the UK. Tell us a little bit about your travels, because one of the major places that you actually ended up at was Britain's Got Talent. Like, how the hell you reach there? Like, tell us a little bit about your musical endeavors, so to speak.
Yes, last year I was invited to England to perform for the Notting Hill Carnival, which was mass. I had to represent my 767 music, and and so forth. So I went really hard when I went over for Notting Hill Carnival. And meanwhile, I was up there, I decided to do audition for the Britain's Got Talent. So, you have to go through a procedure where you have to contact them and fill in your forms and make sure that all your documents is in order. And I requested to be part of the Britain's Got Talent, and within a month or two, I was accepted to do an audition.
Wow.
So the audition was in 6 months, in 6 months' time.
Hmm.
So then I came back to St. Martin and I fly back to the UK to audition for the Britain's Got Talent. And it
How
was
did
a
how
very
did that go?
it was a very good experience for me. I did not make it to the finals, the big stage itself, but they show me that, in life you could do anything you put your mind to. And I also have the opportunity to come back to re-audition anytime I want to. So to me, it's just like a stepping stone for me, like an a platform to see like what I really want to do. So I
Hmm.
use it, I would say, like testing the water
Hmm.
to see what's next. And it was great. You meet new
Wow.
people, you see everybody who made it to the finals right now on the big stage, how they blossoming on the big stage. And my goal is just to focus on being out there, giving it a next shot in the future and making sure that I am quite ready and prepared when I'm going next time.
That I mean, that is, as you rightfully said, it really is a stepping stone. First of all, to get an audition, you must have your tape must have been real good, right? So because they don't just, it's not a wash your foot and come, right?
Exactly.
So the mere fact that you got into audition, I mean, this is really phenomenal that they picked you, they picked your music, they picked you to come and perform. And just knowing that, just because it's also the first time, so you have multiple opportunities, knowing that you have multiple opportunities in the future to return. And I can just sense that after that your confidence level just got a little bit higher, because now you're singing for a completely different group of people who've never probably heard your music, who've never heard you sing. And I'm sure that that must have elevated your confidence level a lot higher.
Yes, it did. It sure did.
I want to talk a little bit about, speaking about confidence, about your, first of all, before I speak about it, I think we should drop a track. This is one. This is actually, I'm going to ask you a question along the lines of this song, because this is one of actually my favorite songs. I'm sure you probably know which one.
Quality bumper, sexy ladies. Quality bumper, where my quality bumper ladies? Shake it, quality bumper ladies. Because we bonafide, like that, and we certified.
Give us a little piece. Give us a little
My
piece.
girl, we qualified. We
Um,
shake it, we shake that bumper lady. As soon as I enter the dance, say all I so
Cause I got that bumper quality. Some screaming, yeah, some bawling, whoa, oh, oh. They say, come put the bumper on me. They wanna know how it feels. They wanna feel if it's real. What's the deal? What's the deal? If we pop in pill, we never went Santo. Oh, baby, no, no, no. We got this quality bumper. Let me tell you so. Dear, we come out. That's what they like. When it's thick and nice, that's what they like. When it wrong, then that's what they like. Watch Rich Eagle twice. That's what they like.
Speaking
Quality
of
bumper.
Speaking of quality bumper. You're a thickers. You know, you have a thick bumper.
A whole lot
And I
going
know
on.
a whole lot going on there. And somebody actually sent me a DM and they asked me, they said, please ask Ebony for me if that is her real bumper. And I'm
Oh
like,
my
did
God.
you listen? Do you listen to her song? If they want to know if it's real.
Getting that a lot, and we're trying to let people understand like it's real. A lot of people literally going to add, but this thing it's real in the back there. So I just
How
want
did
to
you
let them.
how did you achieve that realness? And what do you have to say about people who decide that they want to put on?
Well, it came from my mom. You know, she has the
Natural.
same thing, and also my father, mother also have the same thing. And to me, the girls them who are putting on, it's their choice. You know, I really don't have much to say to them. I just want to say, you know, like when you guys doing it, just make sure that everything goes well and your health is in good condition when you're doing it. You know, because right
Mm-hmm.
now that's the thing these days. You see,
Mm-hmm.
so
A lot of young
yeah, that's
women
it.
are actually going under the knife to, to get. Would you ever consider going under the knife to get anything done?
Well, I would take out some and give somebody else who would like.
You want to take out
But
some of your bumper?
sometimes I say that thing in the back there is too much, you know, to handle. But it is what it is. It's mine. I'm gonna just have to go with it.
Do you have like a workout routine? Like is there something that you do to stay looking that way? Or as you said, it's natural, but is there anything else you do to stay looking great?
I must say, like walking during like every day of my life, it really helps because sometimes when I don't walk, I could see the difference. But once I
Mm-hmm.
keep walking and exercising and stretching, it stays like that naturally, you know, firm,
Wow.
strong in the air. So exercising
If I'm
is very
strong and in the air.
yeah,
If I'm strong and it's in the air. It doesn't sound like like a backside to me, nah? It sounds like something else.
in the plane.
It must be, it must be. We're gonna take a break. At this time, I want to encourage you guys to drop your questions in the chat. Drop your questions for Ebony Empress. Lots of folks at texting at once it's in the air, firm strong and in the air. People are dying. Firm strong and in the air. Nadisha, calm yourself down under the live. um, drop your questions. We're gonna take a short break. We're here with Ebony Empress, Posse Massive. Let me see you drop your thumbs up for Posse Massive in the house. Ebony Empress, we're coming right back right after this. Okay, guys? We're coming right back. Jael, your Brits finished.
At Fresh Market Health, Beauty, and Cosmetics, we carry a variety of product lines that you know and love. Hurry upstairs of the store located on the bayfront and shop hair supplies, personal care, and household products.
You want edge control too? Shampoo? Bonnet? Okay.
Visit Fresh Market HBC today.
Yes, guys. Thank you so very much. But thank you very much for tuning in. We took a short break, a water break, to drink a little water. But we're back and we have Ebony Empress in the house. I see you have all, it looks like it's your whole friend group. That's under the live. That's under the live right about now. So I want to say thank you very much, those of you who are on the live. I hope you guys have also hit the share button and share it with somebody else so that they can check out the show even if it's not now or they check it out later. All right, guys. So we're gonna bring back Ebony Empress, who's in the house with us and hanging out with us here. We're chatting up, getting to know her a little bit better, getting to know a little bit about who she is and why she does this singing thing. Ebony, my question to you: do you ever feel like discouraged? Because as a we've seen, like, even recently, like Spice had issues with people. She did like a whole colorism thing, and she's also had issues with people, talking about, I mean, she's a superstar, and she's had people, talking about the color of her skin and being a dark skin girl. Do you ever get discouraged in not necessarily as a person, but as an artist, like representing the dark skinned girls out there? Do you ever get discouraged or feel like this might not be for you, or you might not be able to make it in that industry as a dark skinned girl?
Well, I feel like sometimes we the artists, we all of us sometime in life feel or gets a bit discouraged. In the beginning when I started, I used to say maybe it's because of my skin color. It's taken me so long to even reach where I want in life because people always used to say, girls with high colors, it's easier for them and things. But as I go along the way, I don't really put those things in my head because to
Mm-hmm.
me, everybody's beautiful in their own special way. And it's all about you pushing yourself, you knowing who you are, you knowing what you are capable of doing. And the greatest thing in life is to be unique and to be yourself. So to me, I'm very happy that I am who I am, and I really love every single part of my body, and how I look. The only thing I would say is that sometimes you feel like you are really doing the best you can, and you feel like you're on a treadmill, like you just keep going, you keep going, and you're not really seeing the progress
Mm-hmm.
for yourself. But there are a lot of individuals and people who would come to you and literally tell you, like keep up the good work. They are seeing your hard work. Sometimes you're not seeing it because you feel like you're doing the same thing and you're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I always tell myself is to just keep going, keep pushing, regardless of how I feel. If I feel a little down or if I feel like I'm just doing too much at a time, then I take a little break, I recharge, and I come back even harder,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
What would you say to little girls who probably might be going through, similar things like you did as a child, the bullying and all of that? What would you say to them if they're looking at this right now?
My advice I would give them is to love yourself, to always love yourself. And no matter what nobody say to you, just keep in mind who you are. Remember who you are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going, don't stop. Tell yourself that I love you, because you have to love yourself in order for anybody else to come and say, okay, I love you. So you just love yourself, keep doing what you're doing, do not dwell on the negative, focus on the positive, always speak positive things to yourself.
Thank you for sharing that, Ebony Empress. I kind of it kind of takes me to this next question because a little birdie told me that you actually supported Hendrika during her mother's Queen Show pageant. Tell me a little bit about why you decided that you wanted to support Hendrika on her journey.
I'm gonna be honest, the main reason I came through and supported her, when I saw her, she was on a live, on MO
Mm-hmm.
live, and most of the things that was being said wasn't really anything positive. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people were telling her that she needs to step down, and they know why they're saying that. But at the end of the day, it was a show which anybody could have gone up to do what they wanted to do. So she
Mm-hmm.
decided to and do what she wants to do because that's what she loves to do. And what
Mm-hmm.
I did for her is something I would like anybody to do for me if I was being bullied or if I was being bashed or if I was in a situation where I really needed that support and I couldn't get it. I would like anybody to do the same for me. So when I was looking at the live, I reached out to her after the live and I said to her, are you really coming St. Martin to represent Dominica in that show? And she said, yes, I'm going to come. And I asked her, so who's responsible for you? Do you have someone backing you who's your chaperone? She told me, yes, she has people who are going to help us. So I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do for you. When you come to St. Martin, just going to ensure that all your clothes that you need for the different rungs is is there for you. And if you need anyone to talk to, I will also be there for you and so forth. But she came and the matter got even worse from the first day she came to St. Martin. And everybody was like, your country person is here. Aren't you going to help her? But I have already reached out to her already in the past. So I really didn't bother with what like everybody was saying and so forth. So when she came, I reached out to her and I said, hey, I saw that you're in St. Martin and I'm gonna come to you wherever you are so that I could speak to you. And that's when I met her and a young lady from here from St. Martin who's a hairdresser. She reached out to me and she told me she's also my hairdresser when I have to perform at shows. And she said to me she's gonna fix up her hair because she does not like the way her hair looks. So I went for her, took her to the hair salon, get her hair done. They fixed up her face. They transformed her the same day. And there is something I realized about her. She was very determined. She had a lot of confidence in herself. And even though that she was receiving a lot of bashing, she did not allow it to discourage her or to even break her down from doing what she wants to do. So this is
Mm-hmm.
something I saw in her, and I said, okay, even though the whole of Dominica come on her back, she's not backing down, you know, and she needs help. And to me, it does not look right that someone comes from somewhere where I was born and they come to our next country and they don't have anything. So I literally just stepped in. And from the minute I stepped in to help her, a lot of people keep calling. They want to sponsor the Dominica Foundation here. They called me, told me they would like to sponsor her, which they did. Then the hairdresser also decided to take care of her hair for all her shows, her interviews.
Wow.
A lot of people called, they had clothes, they had a lot of things. They had everything she needed. Then we have a foundation here in St. Martin named Funtopia who has a costume room who literally came through for her, you know.
Wow.
So nothing to worry about when she came more than to practice and go on stage and do what she had to do. A lot of people
It,
was on
it
her.
it was so sad. It was so sad to see some of the comments some of the comments that people had. Um Everybody kept saying, "Joe, why haven't you had she's a fan of the show." So she watches the show. And I thought about having her on, but she never reached out to me, right? I thought about it, and I didn't want to be one of those that was looking for clout to use her story for any kind of glory. I felt if she wanted to, because she comes on the live and she comments on the when I have guests. She's a very sweet person as far as I see, right? And I just figured, when she's ready, if she wants to tell her story, there's a place right here she can reach out to me and tell her story, because this platform is not a platform to make fun of people, to bash people, to it's none of the above. And I saw even her interview after she came back, one of the interviews that she did, and you could tell she was upset. She was resisting. She wasn't happy, because obviously people had said a lot about her, and she didn't. I guess she just didn't want to give them more fuel to burn their fire, right? So she was just very reluctant to speak. But you stepped in, when a lot of people were not, instead of saying let us help her because she's our country person going up to a pageant. They were trying to deter her from following her dreams, right? What was it like backstage, during the, because you were around what was it like, the vibe, because she did place, and what, just tell me what I want to know. I want to be a fly on the wall for 2 seconds.
I would say backstage you had to really motivate her because I just want to say one thing in life, like people don't know how strong words are. And sometimes people use words and words are very powerful. So a lot of words they used towards her, she remembered. And it break her. It did break her. But there were people in her corner to really motivate her and push her to finish up that show. Because she wouldn't have finished that show. She wouldn't have finished that show. She was broken and she was ready to
That's
give
sad.
up.
That's
But
sad.
I was there. Also, her chaperone, Glenita, was there to motivate her. Indy was there. Um, Biggie was there. A lot of people was there. Kudos to Larry. Everybody in the back loved her. The contestants, all the chaperones loved her personality, her energy, and
Wow.
she got that help from us, and she never forget because every single day of her life she would tell me good morning, how you doing, and she never forget that help that she got. So she is one of the persons who are very genuine in life, in hearts, in spirits,
Mhm, mhm.
so I think the world they really judge her wrong.
Wow. I think if we had supported her more, I think she would have done a lot better. Because she had confidence, eh?
I
she
was
had,
I was surprised when she came up and we started to practice her talent and her speech. Whoever wrote her talent and her speech, they did a very good job. But I
wow.
believe if she had a little more practice before she came to St. Martin, she would have been very strong. So she came for, I think she came for like a week.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to practice with her like 3 days before the show. But a lot of people from Dominica here in St. Martin reached out because I had to leave my job to go for her, to go to do her hair, go to do her nails, go to do this, go to do that. So a lot of people reached out and they keep taking her even in the night to go to practice. So she had like
Wow.
a more support than ever when she came here. And my phone was just going off day and night, day and night, day and night, day and night. And it
That's really
was,
wonderful that you did that, Evelyn, Ebony Empress. And that's really lovely that you really have an amazing heart, and I want to give you your flowers and tell you, thank you very much for helping her out. She's a Dominican like every single one of us, and it's so funny when we're in a different country, we look for our people so much. Like when I moved to Canada, I looked for Dominicans because I wanted to be around my people. And it's good to see that people in St. Martin, Dominicans in St. Martin, really showered their love for another countryman. And regardless of what people were saying, they really wanted to support her. And I just want to congratulate Hendrika again, for her, for what her performance, and she representing Dominica, and you for your kindness that you did, the kindness that you demonstrated towards her. Kudos to you.
thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and it's like I received tons of messages from a lot of people because I just wanted to stay in the back. I really didn't want anybody to know that
Oh, we
I
know,
was
we
the
get the information, we get the beef.
because most already knew, because like you said, you don't want people to say that you're looking for clout. It wasn't really about looking for clout or taking her story and making it yours.
Hmm,
She really
hmm.
support, and I just want to tell my people that we cannot really like bring down our own like that.
We shouldn't. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. Regardless, we shouldn't. Some people actually need help, and it could be, when I say help, like just support to say, hey, you can do this. And she had so much confidence, so much. And I never, all along, I just kept saying, watch her win. Like watch her. Like I could just see. I was just saying that girl going to win. The way she was moving, she was like a silent killer. Like
Yes,
she was so determined. Nobody was going to tell her that she's not doing that pageant and she's not going to win. And I was like, watch her, she gonna win. And honestly, like the night of the show, I was watching and I was like, I felt like Hendrika was going to win. I
yes,
mean, we did see a few places that she blundered and stuff, but it
exactly.
just felt like she was going to win. And I feel like from the offset, if we had that support that we had towards the end, because she needed us while she was busy trying to keep herself lifted. We were bashing her down, and by the time she got to stage, she had no energy left. She
Yes,
had.
and people need to also understand that she was being prejudged. That show was also prejudged before you take the stage. Her preparation had to be done when she reached here in St. Martin, and most of the time, when she had to be judged with the rest of the contestants, we are busy working on her. So she
Mm-hmm,
lost points for that. She also
mm-hmm,
lost stage where she went a little over time. So
mm-hmm.
my eye, she's still a winner because the places where she lost
Congrats to
points,
you, Hendrika.
it could has been avoided if we only knew, but we did not really know what was going on.
Exactly. 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 I just wanted to commend you because, I try to, the thing about this show is that I want to also see, reach out and see what you're doing in your community, how you influence in your community. And that popped up and I was like, I didn't know that. And quite a few people knew that you assisted her, and she's actually on the live and she's saying thank you to you. She's actually, I tell you, she's a fan. She comes on here regularly. I see you, Hendrika. I just waiting for you to reach out. I won't be the when you're ready. The show is here because I'm not trying to take your story for my story. That's not the case. I know people have the media have portrayed you in a way that was not necessarily necessary. So and I don't want to be part of that. I want to be different from that. And thank you again, Ebony Empress, for really assisting a fellow country person. And I tell you, anywhere else in the world, it would have probably you would probably have done the same thing, because that's just how you're supposed to do, or what you're supposed to do when you know that somebody from your country is representing, regardless of what you might think of them. um I want to move on a little bit to speaking of how you portray your love. We don't see much of your kids, or we don't see much of your relationship. I had to get Sipsion and everything. Like, do you have kids? Like, do you have a man, a woman? Do you what's the status?
Yes, I do have a partner, but my partner don't really like to be on social media too much.
Hmm.
So we personal life very, very private. My kids also are they're big kids, but they're not a fan of social media. They don't really like to take picture with mommy because they're teenagers. But I brought them
You
with me.
have
They was with me.
teenagers, eh?
Yes, they are big kids. Actually they are 16 and 17 years old.
What
And
is this? You're not
yes,
aging
I also have the boy. He's 9 years old. They were in Dominica with me on vacation because I had to bring them down to see the motherland and just enjoy themselves. So yes,
Wow, wow. I say you probably keeping them off of social media, only to find out they're keeping themselves off of social media because they don't like it.
yeah, they prefer not being on social media.
Wow, that is that is wonderful, because I know them teenagers these days, they're very they're very extreme. So they're either very much involved or they're very much not involved. So I guess your kids have chosen to stay off of social media to protect their own sanity.
They're different. They're not. They don't really like to be too much in the world. You
Hmm.
know, I really admire that about my kids. Then.
You mentioned that you at work. What you do something else besides singing? Tell us a little bit about what you do. What's your day job, so to speak?
But I'm an event coordinator. I work with Funtopia where we do fun stuff for kids here in St. Martin. I'm also a designer where I design costumes, make sure that my entertainers are up looking good and ready for stage. So yeah, that's what I do.
That's
Entertainment.
lovely. That's absolutely lovely. What message would you like to leave your fans? Like, what would you like to tell the people who love you, the people who love to follow? Obviously, you if you want to listen to any of Ebony Empress's music, all of it is on YouTube. All you got to do is type Ebony Empress, right, and you'll find all her music there. But you have people who love you. You have a lot of fans. You've had a lot of following. What would you like to say to them? What message would you like to leave with them this evening?
I would like to tell each and every one of you, keep supporting, keep following, keep liking, keep sharing, you know. I'm gonna be here doing my music regardless whether some people don't support it or not. But I do know that I have a lot of genuine people who supports me, who admire what I do, and they are always in my corner, boosting me and motivating me to even do better. So I just want to tell you guys, keep on sharing the love, keep on sharing the support, and I pray one day that I come to Dominica and put on a big show for you guys so you guys could hear.
Craft festival, like, hello.
Well, I have been trying to get on for quite a while and I have not been that successful as yet. But I'm
Okay.
still working. I pray that one day that I come
Because
down
they,
and
they they could put you on with like one of the accompanying art. When they have the, sometimes they might not want to pay for a band and everything, so they might put, I'm putting it out there because I feel you have a fantastic voice. You have a lot of stage presence. I saw videos of you when you did Carnival in Dominica, right? So I know you have vibes, right?
yes,
And I think you can handle a stage. You have the body for it as well, right? so so I'm putting it out into the atmosphere, in the universe, so for them to reach out to you, because I know in the past they've done segments where they have different artists that they have featured, and they play with one backup band. And I think it would be great to have people like you, come on and showcase your music and let people know. Too many times we appreciate outsiders and we don't appreciate our very own.
so
Ebony Empress, I want to tell, I know that's my favorite song. The bumper one is my favorite song.
everyone's favorite song.
That is my favorite song. Yeah, I'm not lying to tell you. um Your bumper dangerous.
Oh, yeah, under control.
Thank you so very much for hanging. I know you have to head to work. You're working this evening, right? You
Yes,
working?
I'm heading out to sing now. So before I leave,
Wow.
I just
Hmm.
want to say thank you to Orel. You know, pick up Orel one time. The second time I touched a stage was with Orel for StarQuest. We
Hmm.
did not get qualified, but it was also a platform for me to start by singing correct. So big up
Yes,
Karen
yeah. Oral
one
have your
time.
back. Yeah, let me tell you, Oral love her friend Evelyn, and She always supports. She's been bugging me. She's like, when you bring back Ronnie Track and Talk, make sure you link up Evelyn, and she sent me your number. Way
I saw her in Dominica. I saw her in Roseville, and I was so
that's
happy,
that's
to
great.
talk
That's
about when
great.
I saw her. So,
That's great. It was so nice hanging out with you. It's so nice talking to you. And I want to encourage you to keep doing you have a beautiful heart. You help people and you're so super positive. Keep doing it. Keep doing your thing, girl.
so
And I can only see great things for you. So we love you from all of us in Dominica and continue to do wonders for us and continue to make us very, very proud. Okay?
all right, bye.
All right. Bye. That that was it, my people, my people, my people. Make it. Did you enjoy the show this evening? Thank you so very much to Ebony Empress for stopping by and hanging out with us. Thank you very much to the folks behind the scenes. I want to big up Samaj. I big up to Aurel. I big up to Onika, my team. My team is amazing. And thank you so very much for all of the hard work that you guys put. Thank you to Evelyn and Ebony Empress for stopping through. And all of you on the live. Thank you very much for your support. And thank you to those of you who shared and you sent stars. I love you guys. Tomorrow we're going to be back. We're going to have Gordon Henderson's going to be in the house. This is going to be a good one. Another good one. All right? It's like we're warming you up. We're warming you up. All right? We're warming you up to the weekend. Tomorrow Gordon Henderson, Saturday. Emma Farr is going to be on with us. We have a packed show for you guys this week. I want to thank all those of you who showed love on every single platform that you came on. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your love. And we will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. So stay tuned. We'll be back. Alrighty? Bye.